I'm Barry Funkhauser, and this is the Barry Funkhauser Show. Well, it was a good weekend. The big game happened, and here to talk about it all is my friend from the other coast. It's the host of Skitopia, the podcast you need to subscribe to immediately. It's Josh Enriquez on the show today.
That's right. What's up?
Did you watch the game?
I did. I will tell you, though, when it comes to Super Bowl is the one time I actually focus on football. I am not a big sports guy. I like basketball. I mean, my San Antonio Spurs were in that. That's pretty much what I do. As far as I watch it for the entertainment, from the pre-show to the Puppy Bowl to to who sang the national anthem, what gossip, what commercials. I watch it for, all of that good stuff. But as far as like, hey, man, can you believe this guy on the second quarter of, I can't tell you any of that. I don't know any of that stuff. I will tell you Vegas odds gave the Eagles 1 point. That's initially, they only gave them one single point to win. And the fact that they lost by what? What was it? 5, 6, 3 point? Oh, I mean, whoever plays some bets just on the Vegas odds alone. Wow, dude. Someone's making some serious coin or did make some serious coin.
I mean, my favorite bet for this whole big game, you're saying the corporate name of it. I'm calling it the generic big game because I don't want to get sued by a big.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Legally,
yeah.
I guess it's okay, but I'm just going to avoid it altogether.
Yeah, that's right. I always found that really bizarre. I'm trying to recall back in my radio days when we first got that initial sit down saying, do you would tell me? Because I'm drawing a blank of that.
Yeah, it was like, it must have been 03, 04, 05. And
okay.
But it came in waves. You remember the first year was like, can't say it at all.
Right. Yeah.
And then the second year is like, well, you can say it if you're talking about it in a news sort of way. But if you're doing an event, you can't say it with the event.
That's right.
And nowadays it's like, if you're doing an event and there's not Bud Light or Heineken or a major corporate sponsor, you can't call it the thing.
Can't call it. That's right. Which I always thought, is the NFL just not rich enough that they've got to just go above and beyond and start becoming such sticklers over the years? I never truly understood any of that. To me, it was always stupid. To me, I was like, what are you going to do? Personally sue me? I don't have anything. Sue the radio station. What do I care?
Well, I like all the wagers when it comes to entertainment. I'm not here for the game, even though
it's there. Like the game is the way I typically would watch just anything, right? Like people sit and watch the game. I walk around and I do stuff while they're doing it. But when they're like, okay, commercials, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I can finally watch again.
We're opposites there. I feel like such a girl when that happens, It's like, oh, I can go to the bathroom and cook a nice meal while the boys are playing.
Yeah, they're doing their thing. I'm out
but when it's a commercial, whoa, stop the presses.
I'm like, all right, stop interrupting. I need to see what's going on.
Well, my favorite wager was what song Rihanna would start the halftime show with. People were making wagers.
Ooh, really? What was the wager on there? What did they think she was going to kick it off with? I didn't recognize the first song.
It was "Bitch Better Have My Money." Very appropriate.
Yeah.
Bitch better have my money.
My money.
I would have bet on that one. If I was betting anyone, I'd say "Bitch Better Have My Money" as the open.
Yeah. I guess that kind of made sense. I thought, with the halftime show, I think the biggest reveal of everything was, I thought, hey, she had her first kid. Now she's slamming down some 40s and she just got a big old beer belly. And then I started researching it. Yeah, well, apparently she's got a second kid from A$AP Rocky, which I found, I was like, okay, well, that is a hell of a way to introduce it. On the biggest stage ever as a musician.
It was a floating stage in the middle of space. Did you see? It was,
yeah, dude. People were saying it looked like something from Mario Kart. Which I just found hilarious. But, dude, with her, It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It was just, it was what it was. She sang the hits. Well, pre-recorded hits.
Oh, I disagree. I was great. I thought it was
really.
Yeah, good performance, good all around everything. But what was really great?
What?
Josh, is the national anthem. Did you see who's
man.
Let's relive that here.
Yes, relive that, bro.
Here's Chris Stapleton making football players cry. Here, listen.
Winner to honor America with the performance of the national anthem, 8-time Grammy Award winner Chris Stapleton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular upon first singing out, yeah, through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
You almost forget that the guy is a country music artist. I mean, just so much passion in his vocals and his style. I just thought it was fantastic.
Can you even call him that anymore? He's a singer.
Seriously, dude. I mean, I don't even think you can in situations like that. It's just so much passion. I found it. It was astounding, and then they had to ruin it with an all-chick flyover, which I thought.
I was gonna say that's cool, man. You never ruined it. I would like them to show a little skin as they're flying by.
I mean, you give me a little flesh, one titty. That's all I'm saying. Can I say that?
Did you see all the commercials there, Josh?
Oh, dude.
What's your favorite?
There were so many, dude. I will tell you, I was really leaning towards the Ben Affleck one. I thought the Dunkin' Donuts one was really funny, but then out of nowhere, there was for the electric truck. You're suffering from premature.
Oh yeah.
Dude, there were the innuendos were. Dude, I was laughing out loud. I thought that was so damn funny, man. I just. That automatically really kind of landed to my number one for that. The Ben Affleck one was good. There were a couple of generic ones that weren't bad. I like the Pepsi one. Yep.
That one, the T-Mobile Wi-Fi with John Travolta singing.
Yes, that was very good. I did really like that. The Pepsi Zero Sugar one with Ben Stiller, the Steve Martin one.
Yeah.
I really was all about that.
Gosh, let me ask you, because it's Pepsi Zero, okay?
Right, yeah.
And they're like, I'm an actor, and I can show all of these ranges of my acting. And then they take a taste of the Pepsi, and then they go, boy, that's great, or am I acting? Now, I don't know about you, Josh, but I've tried Pepsi Zero, and I have to act like I like it.
Yeah, no, I'm guessing they were all acting because I've had it too, and I'm like, dude, there is nothing good about Pepsi Zero, like at all.
I mean, come on, man.
I thought that was because I'm with you. I've had that, and I'm like, dude, gross. I mean, you might as well pull something like that out of your hat to go like, am I though? Do I really like it, or do I like the paycheck? Yeah, that was pretty good. Now, let me tell you, out of the movies, though, which were any movie clips kind of caught your ear or your eye, really?
I like the one about Michael Jordan, the one.
Ooh, Air. Yeah.
Yeah, but exclusively in theaters. Like, get out of here with that 2019 garbage. Like,
I'm with you, dude. Look, man, I'm totally with you because, look, I'm a big cinephile. I love all of that. But guess what? We're in 2023 now, and you have me super comfortable with my big screen TV, my popcorn, my cocktail, and nobody next to me now. I want to see the streaming at my house. I don't want exclusive theater nonsense. I don't want to go to the theater anymore.
Amazon Studios presents in the beginning. It's like, oh, yeah, finally a reason to watch Amazon Prime, you know?
Yeah.
At the end, it's like, only in theaters.
It's like, dude, what? I was so bummed by that because, dude, you're right. When I saw Amazon, I'm like, yes, I can't wait to see this.
Hey, you hear the little
at home.
And you're like, oh, yeah, a reason why I'm paying all that money.
Yeah, a ridiculous amount of money. Yeah, the Indiana Jones ones. I was always a big fan of Indiana Jones, but I got to say, man, it's been so long, and I don't know.
Altogether, I didn't hear.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I wasn't feeling the vibe on that one at all. The Scream for like Scream 80 already. Another Scream. Do we really need another Scream?
Isn't it the last one though?
They keep saying that. They've been saying that. Now Jenna Ortega's on it, and she's like. Wait a big deal.
Is the Scream franchise like a furniture store with the closing
absolutely
sign on all the time?
Bankruptcy sale. We're closing. It's been 30 years and we're still closing. Hell,
man? You're still open? I was here 3 years ago. You were closing.
You've been closing there. Oh. Yeah. Well, you know the deal with Scream, and my brother and I were talking about it during the whole pregame thing.
Work, doesn't it? It gives people work. It gives Courtney Cox a reason to cash a check.
That's right. Get some younger people in there, build, get that new, fresh, hip clientele. But you notice, though, on these commercials, that's it. They're taking them out of the little neighborhood. They've terrorized that neighborhood enough. Now they're going to New York. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. Now you're doing it in a city, and somehow all these Scream characters are chasing you. I don't know. A little disappointed by the Frito-Lay commercials for the Doritos, the Jack's. What's that?
What about the Breaking Bad part one? No,
which one?
Did you see the Breaking Bad one?
Oh, no, I did like that. I did like that one quite a bit.
They nailed that, but the whole triangle thing was...
I thought that was super lame. I didn't think much of that at all.
I thought the DoorDash ad was a grocery outlet commercial.
Dude, that's funny because I watch those, and that's like an ongoing thing with whoever I'm watching. I'm like, okay, what do you think they're selling? And I did not guess that they were going the route they were going. I was like, oh, okay. So get all the old rock stars that really, for whatever reason, who was missing off that though was Vince Neil. Vince Neil should have, looking like someone's grandma should have popped up on there too.
You're talking about the Workday ad with Oswald.
Oh, that's right. The Workday ad. Yeah, where it was Ozzy and it was Billy Idol. All these. Yeah. I kept waiting for Vince Neil and Steven Tyler.
The one that struck me, man, was just awkward. The most awkward was the beer ads. The Bud Light commercial, the Budweiser commercials. There was a Budweiser commercial where all the young kids were going to the house party and bringing Budweiser, and all the cool kids were drinking Budweiser. I don't know about you, Josh, but I'd never been to a fun party where everyone was like, hand me the Bud Light.
Dude, never. I've never been to one party that someone said, you know what's missing? I think Bud Light. Bud Light is what this party would be great if we had Bud Light. Never. I have never been to a party. It's been tequila, it's been shots, it's been cheap vodka.
Well, of all the
trash can punch.
Of all the beers that you would expect at a fun party,
it's not Bud Light.
I'm not the one showing up with the 12er of Budweiser going, "A party's starting," man. And they're trying so hard to get us young kids.
They really are trying. The last one that I was just watching where they were doing, it was the dude from Top Gun. I forget his name. It was him and his wife, and they were dancing to, the little hold music. And I kept thinking, I was like, I'm not going to drink Bud Light. It's still not cool. I mean, not for me, man. The Dave Grohl one, though, I'm a big fan of Crown Royal, too. I was like, okay, I like that.
Did it surprise you that he was talking about Canada?
Yeah, all these weird Canadian things. And I will tell you, if I hadn't cheated and found out he was doing a Crown Royal one, I don't know if I would have guessed that it was for a booze.
I still didn't get the Canada reference, though. I knew I saw all the teasers ahead of time.
Yeah.
That's the new thing this year is these advertising companies have realized that $1 million and 30 seconds. Is that it? That's it. It lives online for a couple of months afterwards, but it's easier to do teasers ahead of when you do teasers a couple of weeks before, then you get more clicks by the end of it. So
yeah,
they seem to have put that in play with the Mr. Peanut roast that they're like, watch the big game and you'll see it. And then they played the commercial is 30 seconds with a QR code on it. And it's like, see the full roast online.
See the full. Yeah, no, thanks. I'm fine. Unless they said, see like the X-rated version.
Right.
Something where they're all like getting real, like a true roast, right? Then, maybe I would. I just thought that was lame. And wait a second, on the Crown thing, how did you not get? I mean, Crown is Canadian whiskey.
I didn't really connect the dots.
Okay.
I thought it was just what homeless people drink.
Come on, man. Crown never gets old.
No, there's an apple flavored Crown that's really good. It's good.
Of course you'd like that. Of course you'd like the chick version of Crown.
Are you surprised?
No, actually, I'm not really surprised by that. I was thinking you either like the apple or the peach. I was waiting for one of those for you.
So did you have the Chiefs? Oh, what's their big old chant? And how uncomfortable were you when they went to Germany and everyone was doing the chant?
They were doing the old school chop. I was like, damn,
like,
that's how you know. I thought that was hilarious, but I like inappropriate things. But no, dude, I had the Eagles, man. I was convinced the Eagles were going to win. I didn't think it was going to be a blowout. My brother thought they were going to win by at least one touchdown. I was convinced they'd win, but it was going to be by maybe 3 points. It was completely opposite of that, which I got to say I was not expecting. But I mean, I guess if you really were sitting down watching the game, I mean, they're probably have torn up Philadelphia by now. It's in ruins, I'm sure, by the time the smoke settles. But
we're climbing.
Yeah,
lights right now.
Oh, dude, I mean, that city's just on fire. I mean, people are.
Well, I had. I picked up the sweetie from work. We were driving home.
Okay.
And the Chiefs were down. And I go, well, the Chiefs are probably going to win. I got the Chiefs. I said, I told her I had the Chiefs because I knew that the Chiefs would win because they always do that stuff. They do that winning stuff. And then,
right. Okay.
But I really wanted the Eagles to win because the Chiefs always win, Touchdown, Kansas City.
Right.
So she said the nail in the coffin words. You know what those words are?
Oh no.
Game's not over yet.
Oh God. Well,
right when she said that, Chiefs scored twice.
Jeez. Yeah. No. I think if I had serious money and I heard that phrase, I would be like, you need to leave the house right now. It's time for you to leave my home. I mean, it was a good game, right? Like at least it wasn't one of these blowouts where it gets real. Oh no, here you go. Here's a truly boring game when nobody's actually scoring.
Yeah.
And it's only field goals. I think I can't, like I said, I'm not a big sports guy, but I do recall seeing some games like that where I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch something else on TV. It's,
right.
It's not great, but there's a lot of scoring, some good commercials, some good music. I always find it amusing following along on Twitter as well, because, with every little certain commercial, there's tons of smart ass remarks. So I'm a big fan of some of that stuff as well. So I think overall, I know you liked Rihanna. I didn't say I didn't like her, but I didn't exactly say that I was a big fan of either. It was just,
I just like the whole glam of it, the pomp and circumstance. I'm always there for those two things. Circumstance first, though, and then pomp, because I don't like the pomp first. I like that to come after.
Yeah.
And it's rare. We got the pomp at the end with the fireworks there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But see, remember last year's, dude, that was all the cool old school hip hop, man. Dre, 50, M. I mean, I was a big fan of that. For me, because I love that stuff.
Yeah, but I knew Rihanna had a stripper song.
Yeah,
and she did it, and it happened, and I liked
it. Happened, yeah.
And we're not even talking about the controversy that happened in the game, too. Do you know about this thing that? So right after the game, yesterday, Josh. Yesterday,
okay.
right after the game,
yeah, of course, yeah.
Hashtag rigged started trending, and it was because the hold that happened at the last part of the game was like apparently the referees should not have called it because the ball wasn't even catchable.
Right. Yeah.
Got this clip here. Listen.
Yeah, you're gonna see it. It's gonna come at the top of the screen. This is Juju. He's gonna come in motion, and he's just gonna try to run a little whip rat, sell the shallow cross, and then peel back out. See James Bradbury. To me, it looks like he's in good position. I know right now Philadelphia fans are losing their minds and Kansas City fans are.
Yeah, so I guess you didn't see the clip, but the way they threw the ball and how it was impossible to catch, and then they called holding on it, kind of like screwed up your team from winning.
Yeah. No, I do recall that. And I think one of the commentators had said, in a situation like this, you just let him play it out. I don't want to say rigged by any means, because I just, it is what it is.
All the losers always tweet rigged.
Of course. Look, if you wanted Philly to win and that play happened, of course you're going to say rigged. Look, I mean, flip the script. If it was done the other way around too, then most likely you would have said that.
I mean, if you saw the holding, the guy was just giving him a little hug around the waist, like a Valentine's Day smooch.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call that. I'm not a sports guy though, so don't ask me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's someone
I would call
much more
holding on
educated.
Rihanna.
No,
I would definitely call holding on Rihanna. But I would hold it.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. It was a good game. Win, lose, who cares? Everybody. I think you should be happy unless your team lost and you lost a ton of money. But other than that, look, it is what it is. I think just be happy. You got to spend time and eat a lot. Did you eat a lot? I watched the first half of the game at my old man's, and there was a ton of food. So I got tons of food when I came back home for the rest of my work week. I chilled. I think that's what, people tend to forget for Super Bowls or anything really, involved with sporting events, things like this. You should just be happy if you're hanging with someone and you get a chance to just, enjoy. That type of event is perfect because it's good for men or women. You do not have to be a sports fanatic to actually want to sit down and enjoy it. You can see music, you can see funny commercials, you can see some serious stuff. There's a lot going on. And I think at the end of the day, hey, if everybody had a good time, then so be it. Let it be.
That's why I brought you on, because I knew you'd say that. I love your take on the world, Joshua. Now, what's going on with you lately? We haven't talked to you in a couple of months now.
Yeah,
Is there anything going on? Are you still in the cave? What's happening over there?
Yeah.
I heard it's cold and freezing and stuff, so it's not.
It's been pretty ridiculous here. We don't experience a whole lot as far as like cold weather is concerned. So when it's cold, everybody hibernates and we complain. And then when the sun does come out, then we're out of our little shelves. For me, man, I'm having to play, the corporate role of doing a 9 to 5 gig. And I'm just doing, man, I'm having.
Is it in a fun field?
It's in the healthcare industry.
Oh, that's the most fun.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I'm thrilled when it hits 5 o'clock and I'm going home. That's
Did you hear about the Ozempic thing that's happened with Ozempic, where people are buying it to lose weight instead of the other thing? Did you hear?
No. What is this?
You can't find Ozempic now. Ozempic or whatever the jingle is.
What?
And you're supposed to use it to treat blood pressure and you have diabetes.
The diabetes, yeah.
But there's a byproduct of taking Ozempic, and it's weight loss, quick weight loss. So people are using it to like drop pounds real quick.
Okay.
And for $150 a month, you can get Ozempic a drop. So now there's a shortage.
Oh no! There's a lot of people. What are they going to do?
Make more Ozempic.
Yeah, or what they could do is they could stop eating fatty foods and go to the gym. I mean, there is the flip side where you could just do that, but heaven forbid.
Good luck with that, man.
Heaven forbid you do stuff like that. I will tell you, the only decent thing, I'm learning a lot about the healthcare industry. Oddly enough, I have always wound up doing something with healthcare as far as that goes. It's intriguing, but it is.
People. That's kind of the reason we're on radio, is to talk to people and help them out. So it was either going to be a 911 operator for you or healthcare.
Healthcare. I tried to do the 911 operator thing, and those are such coveted positions, man. I mean, I was probably fighting old ladies that actually have experience doing stuff like that, and they pay great, but so does the healthcare thing. I like that I finally have weekends off for a change, there's just something very nice when it hits 5 o'clock Friday. I know I don't have to do anything.
Yeah. You're in the world of the regular.
Phenomenal.
You have to drive to work with all the rest of the people.
Dude, I do, and I hate that tremendously. But the only benefit is that this place is only about 12 minutes from where I live. And I do not have to take the highway. I've got back roads I can do. So I'm okay when it comes to that. But I will tell you, dude, the selfish side of me, not one good-looking chick works there. That's super aggravating.
What about the patrons, though?
What about the patrons?
Are there hot sick people?
No, this is all on the phone, bro. I don't actually see them. I have to do the phone thing, and I'm helping them with their insurance and making sure they're getting
that's probably a good thing, though, because you don't want to work next to a hot chick.
You're like the fifth person that has said, Josh, hey, that's probably for the best.
Only a distraction. You got to make that money, bro. That's not,
no problem.
They're out there on the road anyway, selling that shit.
I will tell you, dude, I am a lot more focused, though, which is probably, because I don't have a lot of any eye candy, literally. So, I mean, I'm on top of it all. And
don't lose your head when one walks in. I'd like to get a job here.
Oh, Lord, please. I'll train you. You're going to sit next to me, sweetheart. That's not the way
the lights
down. It's a cool gig. I will tell you from the podcast portion. I'm slowly going to start working myself back into that. I needed to get my money situation squared away. So I'm going to start getting the podcast thing. Now that I know my schedule, right, it's like a whole work thing. Once I got that, then it's a matter of like, okay, let's go back to doing some other stuff. So, that's definitely on the horizon. And, people can definitely catch up on a lot of the older episodes and go to IG and check out a lot of cool stuff that I randomly do on there, too. So, yeah, I'm still involved with a lot of it. I'm surprised you didn't ask me about the Grammys, even though we were talking only about
who gives a crap? Like,
I'll tell you the only thing I really enjoyed was seeing the band Wet Leg win a couple of awards.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that because it was very well deserved. I think those ladies have a great career ahead of them, and I liked that they had some sort of acknowledgement, even though it was very minimalistic. But I think as far as their talent goes, I am really looking forward to hopefully seeing them continue to be successful at it, because I really enjoy those girls.
That's good to hear. I never knew you were a Wet Leg fan. That's good.
I am. The first time I heard him, I was like, damn, this is super cat. It had this cool kind of 90-ish sound to it, and it doesn't hurt that they're kind of cute, but they're super talented and they know how to work the stage.
Oh yeah, what was I thinking?
Fans are super. Hey, I mean, if they were a bunch of fatties, I probably would have said, God, we don't need them. No, but I do enjoy them. Now you're right, the rest of that nonsense was complete trash. That was it was garbage. The whole thing is just a complete waste of time. Dude, but check this out though. They said it was their highest rated in years.
Well, there was nothing else on TV.
I mean, I guess not. I was surprised anybody was watching the damn thing.
Through that.
I was like, who watched it? I was like, I can't believe this thing even got rated. But I guess you're right on that angle.
Yeah. I mean, there wasn't not a lot of good takeaways for the Grammys, except for Trevor Noah did a good job.
Who?
The host.
Oh, Trevor Noah. I'm not a big fan of him. I've never been a big fan of Trevor Noah. He's just not my cup of tea.
What's the next one? Emmys?
Well, let's see. Is it the Emmys or the Oscars? I thought the Oscars are the ones that are right around the corner, because the Golden Globes were over, and I'm trying to catch. The Oscars are the big one.
Confirmation from the sweetie. She knows it's the
Oscars. Okay, Oscars are the big one. I'm big off that because I'm officially I think I've almost watched all the Best Picture films as of right now. So if you want me back on the show after the Oscars, I'll have an official. Who I think, as far as Best Actor, if it's not Brendan Fraser, then it is rigged. I'm going to put hashtag rigged, because
did you see The Whale?
He did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I got to watch that.
He just did a superb job. I forget the redhead's name who plays his daughter in the film. She's in Stranger Things. Dude, I'm calling it now. She is probably one of the best younger actresses out there now. She was unbelievable in that movie. She was fantastic.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, I will watch it, and we'll have you on before the Grammys. When is it? Maybe.
Or you mean the Oscars? The Oscars.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, and I'll give you my breakdown of who I think should win all the big ones for sure. Absolutely.
That'll be awesome. All right, Josh, thank you so much for being on, man. We are the last news source on a Monday night talking about the Super Bowl, but I mean the big game.
The big game. That's right. The big game.
Darn it. Now I owe something.
You owe money to the NFL like they don't have enough.
They never have enough, man. They have to advertise. This is ownership of the NFL.
Of course, I know. Every commercial, we're like, we get it. We get it.
I remember, even though we just plagiarized it all here tonight. All right.
Good luck collecting. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, thanks, Skitopia, for being on.
Absolutely, my friend. I'm always love being on the show with you.
This is the Barry Funkhauser Show.